Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best in me. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. Joel Awesome. Okay, so John Campy is going over the 6 teams gonna show up in Doomsday. This might be alright. This might not be good. We don't know, but I got my thoughts on some of these teams. But we're gonna let it run.
Not just because it's the next Avengers movie, not just because of the huge announcement of the return of Robert Downey Jr. and all that kind of stuff, but we've got the first trailer coming in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're less than 2 weeks. No, about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks from the first trailer dropping. Of course, it's gonna be dropping with Avatar.
How are they gonna?
By the way,
How are you gonna drop the Avengers Doomsday trailer when it comes out in a year, but Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out in the summer, and then how you get the trailer for the movie in December and not the trailer for the movie in the summer? That don't make no sense.
Tell you off air, I just found out the other trailer that's dropping with Avatar.
Oh, I know.
Do you? Okay, well,
one other was reported.
Does it have to do with another big director?
Well, yes.
And a movie that...
Well, let's because I know there's no reports of this out there. I just got told this yesterday.
I just read this, so then it wouldn't be this.
Anyway, but so we all got Avengers Doomsday on the brain, right now. But
if it ain't Spider-Man, we don't want to hear about
out there, including from our own Robert Meyer Burnett, has been, who are the Avengers?
Yeah, who are they?
What's this going to be? All right, now, let me give some asterisks to this here. This is coming from an Italian conference where Marvel was doing a presentation. There might be some stuff being lost in translation. I was not in this room, so I can't account for the veracity of this, but it seems to be being confirmed by other people around. So in this presentation, apparently they kind of laid out that there are basically 6 teams in Avengers Doomsday. This comes to us from the folks over at the Direct. Walt Disney Studios highlighted a presentation at the 48th edition of the Professional Cinema Days in Sorrento, Italy.
I love Sorrento.
Oh, showcasing a video that confirmed the teams that will be present in Avengers Doomsday. During the official cast announcement, a video unveiled the 6 teams, namely the Fantastic Four, the Wakandan Warriors, the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers, the X-Men, and Dr. Doom. They put in there as a team. Then they go on to break them down. Directed by the Russos, so then they put up some photos as well.
That's almost confirmation that Dr. Doom is going to be rolling with the Dark Avengers. All I need is Hydra Cap. You can do whatever you want with the rest. Bring in Killmonger or Wanda, who cares? I just need Hydra Cap in that group.
Well, the Russo brothers, Robert Downey Jr., talk about Dr. Doom. Now,
and I need 2 fight scenes with Hydra Cap.
I agree.
Not one short one. I need 2 fight scenes.
He's going to have some characters with him. Yeah, he's going to have a team in there, but they did not reveal who any of those would be in this presentation. So there was that one. The next one up is, obviously, we knew the Fantastic Four. And they put up this picture of them all in there. The Fantastic Four are going to be in there.
I will say, I've watched the Fantastic Four movie a few times. I actually really like that movie. It's not the best movie, but it's enjoyable. It has rewatchability. That's a good movie, man.
That was obvious. We knew
that's a good movie.
And it's the team as we expected. Now, one of the interesting things
not perfect,
is then they've got the Wakandans. Winston Duke, Letitia Wright.
Okay, Namor's not a Wakanda.
Namor. And everybody, don't forget.
He got a whole...
M'Baku, Winston Duke, is the king of Wakanda. A lot of people forget that.
Namor a Wakandan. What are we talking about?
He is now king of Wakanda. So
it's just group the minorities together. Like, all right.
Now coming in as well.
No, the black folk. He
this
Wakanda.
One was really interesting to me, and tell you why.
That man is a telecom. That man is from the middle of the ocean.
Is they all talk like the players can actually hear
put him with the Wakanda. That's racist.
The next group they mention is the Avengers.
Yeah.
Now, some of these have 1 or 2 pictures cut off. So Shang-Chi is in this image. You don't see it in this picture here. So Shang-Chi was in the image. Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Daniel
Loki's
Ramirez
an Avenger?
As Falcon.
Loki probably going to recruit the
Avengers.
Avengers.
Who they're listing with the Avengers. Tom Hiddleston.
He gonna go down there and tell him
Tom
what's up.
Loki
But, hey, yo,
is
we got a
being
problem.
listed with the Avengers. Now, again, I want to emphasize this a ton. I wasn't at this presentation. There might be some reason he's listed there, but for them, just on the surface, that Loki is listed with the Avengers is actually pretty damn cool.
I mean, he is God Loki now, so.
I mean,
how's
it's not
gonna
that
work?
surprising,
Well, he's always
especially
been
if
a
you
god,
rolling
right?
with
He's the god
Thor.
of mischief, now
That,
he's
well,
the god
that's
of
true.
stories.
But I mean,
He'll probably
God
just
of the
get-
universe.
Not actually
He'll
be
save
an
every one of
Avenger,
us.
but he'll be
Anyway,
fighting
so
with the
he's
Avengers.
now, so that's
They
telling
gotta
us
bring in some of
that
the
fans
Eternals,
are
man.
gonna
Y'all
get
can't
what
just
they
act like this
really
shit ain't never
wanted. They
happened.
wanted to see that
They'll act like we
reunion
never
again
made this
between
movie.
Thor and Loki, and to see the two brothers again, that'll be great. So anyway, so that's the next team. Then they've obviously got the Thunderbolts in there. We don't have David Harbour, but again, he's off the picture. He's there. David Harbour is there. He's already been announced.
I'm
in the
telling you,
cast.
they're gonna
Also,
kill Sentry. Sentry is
US
just gonna
agent
be
is
a
probably-
Oh
measure.
yeah, he's not. But we know he's.
Doctor Doom is gonna show up and they're gonna be, oh, we got this big strong guy named Sentry. Once he kills Sentry, you're gonna realize how powerful Doom is. But they basically gonna waste the character, man. The dude, I bet they're
in
gonna
there.
waste
He
it.
was already announced in the cast. So they got Thunderbolts listed as well. And then they got the X-Men. Hey. Patrick Stewart. Obviously, we don't see Ian McKellen in the picture, but he was stretched off. Rebecca Romaine. I still want to call her Rebecca Romaine
Stamos.
I still
know.
want to. It's just.
Jerry O'Connell will get pissed if you do that.
But
Yeah.
it's reflex.
Sorry, guys.
It's reflex. Anyway, so we got Mystique, Channing Tatum as Gambit, James Marsden as Cyclops, Alan Cumming, who was the biggest surprise to me that he was coming back to play
Wow.
Nightcrawler again. So we've got the X-Men team in there as well.
You gonna bring
So
back the old
there's
X-Men
the six
just for them all to
teams.
die.
Again, I kind of gravitate back to that Loki listing with the Avengers. Like I find that fascinating. It's like, is this going to be one of those things where Marvel does this sometimes? At the end of, I believe, Iron Man 2, it's either at the end of Iron Man 2 or I think it's at the end of Iron Man 2, where he's like giving it up. He takes the arc. Remember, it ends with him in
Pop.
surgery, and they take the arc reactor out, and I'm not going to do that anymore. And then we get to Avengers: Age of Ultron, and he's just got it again. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I got the arc reactor.
Yeah, they do this shit all the
I wonder
time.
if this movie just
Just ignore
is
what
it
happened
going
last
to
movie.
start with Thor eating a Danish in that little cafe that Jane took him to in the first Thor, where he said another, right? And he's just in there injured,
Nah,
and
it's gonna
Loki
start
just comes
with
walking. He says, "Hello,
Doom
brother," and they
showing
just
up,
right at the beginning of the movie,
killing Loki,
or is this
taking
gonna be
control of
something
the
they built up
timelines.
to? Again,
He
look,
holding
if you
all the
know story
timelines at the end of
Secret
Loki.
Wars,
He's basically
least
the
the more modern
Beyonder.
one.
They gonna come in and kill Loki.
you know, Molecule Man
Doom
is
damn,
a very
just like
important central
Thanos.
kind
Loki
of
don't catch no
battery
breaks.
that powers everything of that story. And since we have no Molecule Man, we have speculated that they could maybe slide in another character kind of into that role.
Loki.
Some of the options have been Sentry,
Fuck no.
because like, he's all of a sudden the most powerful character now
No,
in the
he's
MCU?
just gonna die.
But one of the other characters that we
He's
thought
just a
could
measuring
be that
stick to
role
show you
because
how
he's now the
strong
god of
Doom
stories
is.
maybe Loki plays that sort of
Yeah,
role
because he's
of
holding the
Molecule Man.
timelines.
So does he then get taken by Doom at some point? I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting for seeing that. But anyway, Rob, since you're the one who, more than anybody else knows, was saying, who are the Avengers? Like, at least the ones
Loki
saying it
can
out
be
loud.
an Avenger. Loki's probably
Guys, we want to take a
Loki's been
second
an
to thank a
Avenger in the
sponsor of this
comics.
video, Aura. Guys, if you were anything like me, you swear
But he
every
gonna
year
go down
you're
and
gonna be
recruit
on top of your
Avengers.
Christmas
He's gonna
shopping,
once
and
he
then
gets
suddenly it's
clapped,
December 20.
he gonna be like
We're
Thor.
getting a little
Help
bit of
me
a
out,
picture
bro.
painted here for this now. What's your main take when you look down through all these lists, the 6 different teams, all that kind of stuff? What is standing out to you the most?
They're all going to get wrecked.
Facts.
No, in this movie, they're all going to get wrecked. I mean, you're going to have
And that's fine. That's what Doom is supposed to do. He's supposed to show up and just, kill them all, right? That's fine. My issue is y'all cannot be lazy. If we're doing Secret Wars, it can't just be this 6 teams. Like, Secret Wars, you need hundreds of variants of everybody. Like, almost thousands of variants. Like, I mean, maybe not thousands. Maybe that might be a lot. But, like, over 100 total different variants of people and stuff. Like if it's just Secret Wars is just the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers, and we don't get the variants, it's gonna be an L. That's okay
I
for
think
Doomsday.
This movie's going to end on one heck of a cliffhanger.
But Secret Wars, you got to
it's
go
gonna
crazy.
be really interesting to see because.
By the way, quick story, I forgot. The third option besides Sentry, Loki is Franklin Richards.
Right,
That's the other one we thought might be.
Yeah, and I
Maybe
think those are all going
Franklin,
to play a
but
part.
this
I
probably
look, I
Loki.
think this is really interesting. I'm more interested in like, where's Doctor Strange? Where's
Facts.
Wanda Maximoff?
Where is Doctor
she really
Strange?
dead? Where's the Hulk? You know, where these are big players. I
Where's
think
Jean
that when
Grey?
this story starts, look, I think this is going to be a saga like we've never seen before. I think this is the first course.
Right.
You know, of what we're seeing. Obviously, it's Avengers Doomsday. It's not even Secret Wars. So it's intriguing to me where we're at because we're still, like, I would imagine these Avengers are still Sam Wilson's still trying to put the pieces together because we've never really seen a definitive aftermath after Thanos snapped everybody back.
Yeah, they're
We've
skipping
seen-
steps.
Occasionally, we've seen things. I mean, we've seen Falcon and we've seen Winter Soldier go off, and we've seen the aftermath of the snap there, but we've never seen the aftermath in terms of the Avengers proper. Like, do they have a headquarters? You know what's going on?
Exactly.
What's their
skipping
relationship
steps.
like with the government?
That should have been
post
Captain America's
Brave New
movie, him
World?
putting
Like,
together
how's
the
that all
Avengers.
working? So I think it's going to be really interesting, and I think
Instead of
again,
handling the Hulk's problems.
it's kind of like what I love about this is when I used to read comics. When I was a kid, they would have little boxes like on the cover of which superheroes were involved. Like if the Justice Society was teaming up with the Justice League, they didn't have all the Justice League and all the Justice Society. They only had certain members.
Right.
And I find this really intriguing. I'm if nothing else, getting some definitive answers. I like the characters they pick initially, because eventually they're going to need more people, because they're going to get their asses handed to them.
Facts.
So I'm there for it. And it's going to be really interesting to see how Doctor Doom, like they have to introduce Doom. They have to explain who he is and what he's doing.
They're
and
gonna
why
give
he's
it a
doing
trilogy.
That's true of any
Doom got
villain,
3
any-
movies to
but
get cooking, man.
this is a lot of characters, so I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm really excited. This makes me even more excited about this movie because, as I said, it's a lifestyle choice. I choose to be very excited. It makes me intrigued about what they're gonna do. My level of excitement. The more we learn about this, I'm intrigued that there is a narrative here that's going to be very interesting to watch, if nothing else. I'm not thinking, this is going to suck. I think what they're doing is really, it's very interesting. It makes me very
Doomsday
intrigued
is
to
going to
see
be
the film.
lit.
I don't
Secret
know,
Wars.
obviously, I don't know what they're going to do. I think Franklin Richards is the most powerful being of all, so he can create universes, so why not? But then Loki oversees them. So then how's that going to work? I think there's really interesting groundwork that's laid here, but I don't know definitively. I mean, I would say that Franklin Richards and Loki have parts to play that are intertwined somehow. I don't know.
I think Franklin Richards is
But
just
I
a
wanna see
what they
how.
call it, a mulligan. He's
And
just
I'm
he's
really
just a plot
excited to see this
device.
trailer. I'll tell
He
you
ain't
that.
gonna do
And
much,
listen,
man.
I want to make sure we don't shortchange.
He gonna do what he
Sentry
did, the
here.
same thing he did at the end of the
Because, listen,
Fantastic
they don't
Four
need
movie.
to have
Just a little
him at
bit.
the same OP levels that he is in the comics. But I do want to remind people that in the comics, one of everybody's favorite comic stories ever, World War Hulk, for very good reason. That is, if you've never read World War Hulk, read World
It's
War
great.
Hulk. It's so good. But in that story, ultimately, as Hulk is going through and taking out everybody, all the Avengers, all the X-Men, everything the planet can throw at him, the one thing that finally stops him is Sentry, where they basically fight to a draw. Right? That's the thing. The government's got to go and get Sentry to get
Exactly.
involved.
They're
Sentry
gonna
gets
use
involved,
Sentry
and they
as a
fight to draw, and
measuring
that's it.
stick.
And then the way they kind of portrayed him in Thunderbolts, like, is so dangerous that Bob has got to keep him kind of bottled up, right? Afraid of becoming, more than what they can handle. And so I still kind of feel like that's our wild card going into Doomsday,
Yeah.
because you can't have a character like that and just have him sitting on the sideline.
Oh, I
Something
don't think
significant's
he's going to
happen
sit
there.
on the sidelines. I think he's Team Doom.
No.
Nah,
Yeah, dude. I
come on,
think
Rob.
Sentry's going
You
Doom.
tripping.
I think he's going Team Doom, and I think by the end of
That'd
this
be cool.
movie, I think Doom is going to have Franklin Richards. He's going to have Sentry, and that's how he's going to create Battle World. And he's going to go in and he's going to have.
Who are the Avengers? Okay, look, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You have a team of Doom, Franklin Richards, and Sentry. You don't have anything in the Marvel universe that can stand against that. Like, not
know.
even have a chance.
He said,
That's
"I
why-
know."
but how do you think he's gonna create-
That's the point.
Ant-Man.
Well, Ant-Man's
How-
going to take out Kang.
How do you think he's going to create Battleworld? He's going to collapse the universes, and it's going to be a cliffhanger. The likes
I
of
don't know.
which we've
Bob's
never
too
seen.
loyal to Yelena.
Bob is
I
getting
think he's way
murked.
too loyal to Yelena.
Everybody gonna see him like, oh
But
man,
listen,
damn, Doom's strong as
you're talking
fuck.
about choosing. I still am, as much as I've talked about how Marvel is in probably the weakest state it's been in a long time and all this kind of stuff. The reason I am so optimistic, and I've said this before, but I want to restate it, about Avengers Doomsday is not just because I'm choosing to be, but rather because track record.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this before, but let me say it again. The team of Kevin Feige and Joe and Anthony Russo, as a team, they have made not one, not two, not three, but 4 films together, this team. They've made 4. Which one of them was bad?
In
Oh,
game.
wait.
In
Was
game.
Winter Soldier bad? Was Civil War bad? Was Infinity War bad? No.
Endgame
These
was
are all
trash.
In different discussions from different people in the conversations of the greatest comic book films of all time. All 4 of them. And since this group of people in charge of
Endgame was
making
where they
films
started falling
have
off.
made 4 films together, and every single one of them, not just the majority of them, every single one of them has been crushed and knocked out of the park. Why would I doubt them right now? Doesn't mean that it can't be bad. It can be. But, I mean, why would I
Nah,
doubt
bruh.
that they're going to be able to deliver
If they
the
do
goods?
that, what they did with
Also, I
Endgame,
think
if they
it's a really good
reproduce
point. If you
Endgame,
look
put
at
it out,
those
y'all gonna be like, wait a minute, what is
films together,
it? 75%
they all kind of
filler.
work as
Yes,
one
the
large
end fight
kind of
scene was
story.
good.
Yeah.
And I think
But
that
the whole movie
Doomsday
was
and
filler.
Secret Wars kind of slot right in, because you could say that, I'm sure after what Thanos did, the multiverse and all this stuff that was going on, that Doomsday and Secret Wars it's going to wind up being a 6-film mini saga within the larger MCU.
Well, I mean, you know what? We're just a couple of weeks away now from getting that first trailer, man.
I'm excited, dude.
The most important trailer,
I'm excited.
honestly, without hyperbole, the most important trailer in the history of cinema, coming out in just a couple of weeks. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, maybe there's something being lost in translation, this report coming from the direct, but I mean, they're breaking down. They got basically 6.
I mean, basically, they told us what we already know, man. Doom is coming with a team of Dark Avengers. As long as Hydra Cap is in there whooping ass, I'm gonna be happy. As long as he kill a bunch of these dudes that we don't care about, I'm gonna be happy. But I don't think Sentry's joining Doctor Doom, man. Sentry's gonna get smirked probably in the first 5 minutes. Him. Who else is really strong? The Super Skrull. Oh, she might not be in the show. She might not be in the movie. They said the TV show people might not make it in. But I thought they were going to use the Super Skrull that had all the Avengers powers, Sentry, who's stronger than all the Avengers, and maybe World War Hulk, and then Doom come up and kill them all. You be like, okay, now we know how strong Dr. Doom is. Build some tension in the show, but in the movie. Either way, tell me what you think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out of there.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's time to